Hi everyone, welcome back to yet another episode of The Secret Letters. So we did stop at Sam deciding to stop or take a decision, rather not deciding, take a decision to stop consuming alcohol, and he had certain inhibitions about what could be the probable side effects of planning to stop consuming alcohol. So I really don't know whether he's serious about stopping the habit or he is finding reasons to continue drinking, because he wanted to know about people dying if they don't consume and a lot of negative things that has been mentioned here. So we just wanted to show a little bit of idea or knowledge about this to most of us who would be going through a similar situation. So one thing I want to say is the answer to this question was right there in the envelope that was given by his daughter. It's all about willpower, taking a decision on whether you want to continue this habit or you want to discontinue this habit. So once you take a decision on that, you can go ahead and I can actually lead you through as in what are the steps that you can follow. Before that, what you need to do is you need to identify what kind of a drinker are you. Are you a social drinker? Are you a compulsive drinker? What kind of a drinker are you? So you need to identify that, because if you are someone whose entire process is dependent on the consumption of alcohol, if your body is dependent of alcohol for smooth functioning, then it will show a very serious side effect, and that is where the withdrawal symptom comes into place. Before that, to help you understand better, I want you to do a small little task where I want you to write about benefits of drinking. Like you might feel it eases your stress, or you get time with your friends, or you feel stress-free, or you feel great, or you are able to sleep. These might be few of the benefits that you have found because of drinking. Another side, I want you to write about what are the benefits of not drinking. It might be spending time with your children, with your spouse, with your parents, or taking up a passion, anything, like probably sitting and watching a movie alone, whatever you like, so that comes under what are the benefits of not drinking. Similarly, you also need to make another column of how much money you would spend if you are drinking and how much you could save if you are not drinking. So once you have an idea of this, you can plan out on what exactly you want to do, whether you really want to stop the habit or no. See, it is always advisable, like if you're a compulsive drinker, to start it slow, as in you can reduce the amount of liquor that you're having, probably in the amount, like if you are drinking 6 beers or 7 beers, that's how the compulsive drinkers will be, 7 beers, 8 beers. So if it is like that, then you will have to reduce the number of it, not just beer, whatever drink you're having, reduce it into half, and then probably the number of days can be reduced slowly. So these are the steps that you can take up. But I also want to tell you about the withdrawal symptoms. If you are compulsive and you are totally dependent, even for one day when you stop, the body shows its signs. Like you might feel the body is shaky, you might feel that you're not able, you're sweaty, your hands are sweaty, the palpitation is high. Sometimes there might be a lack of balance in the body. So these kind of things will happen, and sometimes it is even more fatal, like you might have convulsions, nausea. So these kind of things are a part of the withdrawal symptoms. It is fatal. People do die, because the body is dependent of alcohol so much. So if it is not like that, if you can manage, then you have to reduce the amount of consumption. So slowly and steadily, if you have the willpower, you can definitely come out of it. Another thing would be, do not expect any kind of support from the peer group that is always into the habit of drinking, because they would start understanding the importance of it only after they see the change in you. That is, if they see you are happier without drinking, they would also think about being happy like you. Otherwise, they would want to continue the temporal happiness what they experience when you meet and when you talk and when you go out. Okay, so we should also try to cut down on the urge. There are certain situations that give the urge to drink, a certain food that gives you the urge to drink, because I have heard about a lot of people who love to drink if it is a biryani, if they want to have a beer, or if it is something like a fried chicken, they want to have any other kind of liquor. So these kind of cravings has to be controlled. So if you are going for a party, you should always be strong enough to say no. You need a family support, as in someone who can be there always around you and remind you of the fact that you have decided to stop this habit. See, sometimes you require medical help, which is very, very important. That is, if you are showing signs of withdrawal symptoms, you would need medical help. And it's always good to have a family counselor or a counselor with whom you can take the advice and then go ahead. It's not necessary always for everyone to join the AA group, that is Alcoholic Anonymous group. You can also do it on your own if you have the willpower to do it and if you're not totally dependent on alcohol, okay? So when it comes to these kind of, the question that he had asked about the withdrawal symptoms, if it is that bad that your dependency is so high, then I will always recommend that you do not stop at one shot. Do not stop drinking. Like one fine morning you say, stop, I don't want to do it from today. It can harm you. It can be dangerous to you. Okay, so this is about it. So avoid the company, probably go for a long drive, avoid food for some time, which is actually getting you the urge to drink. Discuss with family and friends who are supporting you to get out of this habit. Spend or preoccupy your time in something more productive. You can start exercising, eating clean. You can start a detoxing process, probably have a lot of green juice, vegetable juice, and start the detoxification process. Bring in a new diet form, start exercising, divert your mind from this. All these things can help you get out of this habit. Not just this, we can also do a separate session if you want on smoking. You can also join groups of people. Now there are a lot of groups online as well where they discuss about how they are overcoming this. When you decide to stop, the family has to understand the body will be going through certain changes that can make them more irritable, that might make them get more angry or probably more on any of the emotional scale. So the family support is a must. Okay, so once you have the family support and you have the determination, you have the willpower, you can definitely come out of it. And now, since it is locked down and the availability is a little difficult, and some places it's too pricey as well, so this is the right time for you. It's the right time for you to get out of this habit. So my support goes out to all of you all who are trying to get out of it, and people who are enjoying your share of liquor. That's fine with you, as long as you know the consequences of what can go wrong if you just cross your limits. So this is about the question and this letter that is written to us. Now we will move on to the tip, the DIY that I had told you. It's a hair mask. So let me just tell you what are the ingredients that goes into it and how you can use it. Okay, so this is like a bonus video for y'all. So this was the tip that I wanted to give you all. So if you are using it, you'll get a slight tint as well in your hair, plus it makes your hair very glossy and shiny the very next day. So I hope you like this tip. So if you have liked this video or this particular letter, please do hit a like on this video. You can also share and subscribe to this channel. If you want your letter or stories or queries to be featured in this section, then you can always send it to the email address that is mentioned below. If you want to have some healthy discussion, you can also mention it in the comment section below. So thank you so much for joining in with us, and you have a great day.